My name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan, and today we're going to continue our video series designed to educate the public, so please subscribe to our channel. What happens with alimony when your ex starts making more money? It's one thing where alimony is based on the fact that your ex is making, let's say, $50,000 a year, so you're getting some alimony. Now all of a sudden he starts making more. Well, if his alimony went up from 50, the income went up from 50 to 53.5, it's probably not worth even talking about, because the amount of money that you're going to expend hiring lawyers to file motions for increase, to have you here and go through all that, probably isn't worth it in the long run. However, what happens if the alimony was based on 50, he's now making 100? That's a different story. His income has doubled. There should be an impact in the alimony, because that change is a significant change in his circumstance. And that's really what the court looks for. When you make a motion and say, Judge, I want more alimony than you ordered, the first thing is going to say, the court's going to say, why? What has changed here that should justify revisiting that? And if it's, a small little increase, the court might say, you know what? That's not a significant change. It's a change, it's not significant. Everybody gets cost of living bumps and stuff like that. It's anticipated. But if a guy doubles his income from one year to the next, the court has a bunch of considerations to think of. Number one, was the guy's income artificially low just a year before for the purpose of alimony? Might he have been able to get that job making more money anyway? That's number one. But number two, more importantly, the court can say, look, what the motive was, or whatever happened before, the fact is now the income has doubled. That's a significant change in circumstances, and therefore it justifies looking at the numbers again, running new numbers. Let's see whether or not it would be more appropriate for the alimony to be increased so that people can be appropriately supported. Remember one thing, think of it like this. If you were still married, enjoying the wedded bliss of home life, and one person who was making 50 all of a sudden got a raise to 100, wouldn't there be more money in the household? Wouldn't there be more available for consumption of everybody? So in the context of alimony, when the court looks at a big bump like that, it makes sense that there should be a little bit more, because in the support of children, in support of you're paying your spouse, some spousal support for all the years that he or she put into the marriage, it might well make sense for the court to say, look, we have a significant change in circumstances, and therefore the alimony is going to be bumped up. Now, how much will it be bumped up? If he makes twice as much, will it double? Not necessarily. Court's going to look at other factors too. Court, for example, may look at, in the same period of time, how much money did you make? Maybe your bump and his bump keeps you both at similar levels. Or maybe it supports somewhat of a bump, but not a huge increase. Other things that the court takes into account. But make no mistake, the court can certainly revisit that. And the best way to do it is you probably should consult with your lawyer, find out whether or not it even justifies making the inquiry. And if so, what's the likely result from that kind of maneuver? If you have any questions about your case, reach out and we'll be glad to help you out.